Whether you skateboarded or were just into video games involving skateboarding, you probably owned a Tony Hawk game back in the day. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 was probably what I would say is the best in the series. With its ear-pleasing soundtrack and variety of skateboarders, this game was a total blast. Now, when I talk soundtrack, I really mean the soundtrack ruled. Tony Hawk 3 had the perfect variety from rock to metal to punk to hip-hop to allow any fan of those genres to have something to listen to while they skate.
Come on, let's go!
I can't count how many times I put AFI's Boy Who Destroyed the World on repeat while skating through such levels like Suburbia or Tokyo. There are multiple levels to go to in this game. You start out in your career at the Foundry. Here you do things such as collect the letters to spell skate or do crazy point combos. When doing all this stuff, you're timed, which I feel is the only downfall in this game. I really don't like only having 2 minutes to do all these crazy things, but luckily you have an infinite number of retries. In Pro Skater 3, the graphics are pretty good for this generation of GameCube games. It's a little pixelated and simple, but I never had any problems with any of it. I always had a fun time skating around, and the collision in this game was nice too. It didn't take too long to get back up when you fell, and you could easily balance on a rail when grinding it. I also found that the Create Skater in this game was a little too bland. Typically, you should have a variety of hairstyles and whatnot for people in games. When going through the female hairstyles, there were only hairstyles with middle parts, which didn't please me at all because, let's face it, not everyone is going to have the same hairstyle. Other than that, the clothing selection, though minimal, didn't look that bad. Yet again, these are more simple textured graphics. Speaking of characters though, there were a few unlockable characters on top of the skateboarders you're already given. My favorite specifically made me feel one with the dark side. But I won't ruin that for those of you who haven't played it yet. Pro Skater 3 provided hours upon hours of endless fun, and if you were good enough, you'd unlock the level at the end so you'd have even more of a good time. Coming close to Tony Hawk 4 in my heart, this game was by far one of the most exciting in the series, and made the other games ahead of it hard to live up to.